Hello and welcome to another virtual reality stream in XP12. We are today at a very rainy Glasgow airport in Scotland, and we're flying short flight today just down to Manchester, where the weather's forecast to be not that great either. Not unusual for those parts of the world, and I can say that because I was born in Glasgow, so I think I'm allowed to say that. There's a jet just taking off there, runway 05, and we're down on the tarmac on our Challenger 650 from Hotstart. There she is, resplendent as ever. So let's get in the aircraft and get going. We're doing a lot of fiddling around today with various things to do with the stream and VR, so if you do spot anything and you're watching, please let me know, because it'd be very helpful. As I've explained before, VR is quite a challenging thing to stream live because of all the bits you have to get into the cockpit. Apart from the flying the plane, it's all the other stuff, which is very easy for 2D users. But here we are. It's worth the challenge, believe me. Right, let's get going. Let's get our programming started first of all. Need to move something out of the way. Right, here we go. So we'll go to Index. We'll go to Status, and we'll make sure our database is up to date, which it now is, up till the 29th of November. We'll do a pause in it, although it's not necessary in the Challenger, we do it anyway. Then we'll go to Index, Data Link, beg your pardon, we'll go to Index and Route Menu, and Flight Plan Recall. We'll put our number in here, 650, and download the route from SimBrief. Now, those who saw the stream I did the other day, I did ask Toto, who makes the Challenger, whether anything had changed in regards of what comes down from SimBrief, and he said yes, it has actually. SimBrief have changed it so that it now sends any FMC that asks for it the SID and the star, potentially even the runway, which it certainly did not used to do before. So that's a brand new thing which we spotted yesterday, and that is now happening. So you will see, in fact, that the SID and the star will come down. Now, the only way around it, I think, at the moment, if you don't want the SID and the star to come down, is physically remove them from SimBrief manually from the actual flight plan, which is a bit fiddly for those who don't want it, but it's an extra step. I don't mind it, actually. It's quite interesting to see it come down from SimBrief. So it's interesting. That's saying no flight plan, request pending. There we go, still waiting. So Glasgow wasn't online, but I now believe we have a Glasgow ground, so we may well get an ATIS digitally from them. So let's give that a go. Index, data link, ATIS, EGPF. Direction. EGPF, departure ATIS, single report. Send. Our flight plan just arrived as well. ATIS received. Lovely jubbly, we do have an ATIS, that's great. Secondary flight plan. Data link flight plan is loaded. You'll see now what happens. So secondary flight plan, activate that and execute, and you'll see now we've got runway 05, and if you go to the departure and arrivals, you see we've already got the 01 Juliet in there from 05. That didn't happen before, so that's a bit of a bonus. So that's one step we don't need. Check through the legs. Don't believe it's put the runway in for Manchester, but has it put the arrival in? Let's have a look. Yeah, it's put a Lakey 1 Mike arrival into Manchester, which is good. Let's have a look what SimBrief gave us. It gave us a Lakey 1 Mike into 23 right, so we'll give it 23 right for now. ILS runway 23 right. Execute. Check those legs again. Discontinuity there, that's to the initial fix of the ILS. We'll close that up anyway. And execute. Okay, we can put some perf numbers in then, as we've got an ATIS. Perf in it. Our fuel we can sense from the tanks. 3290 should pop up here. There you go, 3290. Cruise altitude is flight level 250. Our takeoff page will require some weather information. So we've got surface wind 080 at 10 knots. So 080 at 10. And we've got cumulonimbus, very nice. Temperature +6, QNH 998, that's very low. 6 and 998 millibars. Okay, next, center of gravity trim we'll set at 25. And we'll send those speeds. Go magenta. Lovely. Okay. Right. So 998 is our pressure setting, so let's put that here using our X-Touch MIDI controller, which is a row of buttons that I've mentioned before that I use to change the things in the aircraft, so I can actually physically use buttons. And turning controls is exactly what I'm doing now. That one up there I have to set my mouse. 998, very low indeed. And that populates across there, so that's 998 is set. Okay, so let's check now what information we've got. So it's information alpha. Runway 05998. And what stand are we on? It's a very good question. Let's have a look here at the ground chart. Parking stand and coordinates. Looks like we're up at one of these. Let's just check on another program. That's not going to tell us the stand number. Looks like it's 37 to me. What we can do is go back to Navigraph charts. New to me on this, using Navigraph charts actually in the aircraft like this. I normally just used to use them on the Avitab, but because of the wonderful open kneeboard, I didn't realise that they did actually work as an app inside as well. So we do have the Navigraph charts here, which is rather wonderful. Yeah. So there's our route. Ah, there we go. So that's a parking stand 38 is where we are, in fact. Good, good. That's great. And let's just check again our SID that we're expecting. Norbert 1 Juliet is what we're expecting, so I'll just make a note of that. Norbert Orbo, I think it is, 1 Juliet from 05. Good, good. Let's finish off here. That should all now be done. We can get the winds on the route. Flight plan wind update. Grab that. Great. Good, good. Yeah, Glasgow ground 121.705. 121.705. Just checking one thing that I was fiddling with today. Just bear with me just a moment. Yep, that's all good. quite a complex setup. It's two PCs running this, so one PC is running XP12, the other one is doing the streaming. To get audio between the machines, they're going down the LAN cable using a program called Voice Meter and a thing called VBAN, which sends the audio digitally across to the other PC, and you can pick each channel up individually when it gets to the other end, and so you can mix them separately, which is pretty good. Okay, let's get that departure up here as well. Norbo 1 Juliet, which is there. From 05, that's 05, left turn out to L-ban, and then to Norbo. Do not climb above 6,000 until instructed by ATC. So we can assume that's going to be our stop altitude. FMC agrees. 6,000 is set. And I think we can call Glasgow ground. Our winds have arrived, just put that in while we're here. That should be us up to date now. Glasgow ground, hello, November 5084 Victor, stand 38, information Alpha, clearance to Manchester.
November 5084 Victor, Glasgow ground, hello, your flight to plan route is invalid, expect a reroute via text.
Roger, we'll take it by text. You can't send it CBDLC, can you?
November 5084 Victor, negative, I don't have that set up at the moment.
Okay, we'll do our best with the text. We're in VR, you see, so text is not something we're using, but we can see it. So yeah, by all means, try it. There it is.
November 5084 Victor, I'll send you a reroute via text, so let me know if you can accept it.
Yes, we've got that, and we'll put that in. What's the reason for the reroute, out of interest?
I'm just afraid that the valid initial route is just not the one that you failed. It's just what it's telling me on the software.
Okay, for your information, that's a sim brief route. So on that pretty common route between Glasgow and Manchester, interesting sim brief came up with an invalid route, which was checked through the system. So interesting. Give me 2 minutes, I'll call you back, I'll put that route in. Stand by. So, Lakey, Dean's Cross. Interesting, I don't know why that would be invalid. Dean's Cross, okay, so Lakey, bit of faffing around to do here. Oh, we've got Lakey, Dean's Cross, oh I see, Dean's Cross, Lakey, oh I can see, yeah, got it. Not much of a difference, is there? Norbo, Dean's Cross. As the rain batters down. Don't think anyone will quibble at that.
Good afternoon, correct, good evening, Glasgow ground. This is Delta Oscar Golf 769 requesting via park clearance to Edinburgh Espartans. Delta Oscar Golf 769 Glasgow ground, hello, report your stand number. number. Free, the Delta Oscar Golf.
Lakey, Derek Rosen.
Delta Oscar Golf 769, Roger, stands by. Roger.
Eight-4 Victor back with you. We've put that in. Still expecting a Norbo 1 Juliet departure.
November 5084 Victor, thanks. Clear to Manchester, finding Norbo 1 Juliet departure. Squawk 3430, rerouted text.
Norbo 1 Juliet 3430, and we've got the new route. Thank you, 8-4 Victor. We're ready for start. We don't need a push from our current location.
November 5084 Victor, read back correct. Startup's approved, we're ready for taxi.
Wilco, 8-4 Victor. Okay. Interesting. Think that'll do us.
Delta Oscar Golf 769, start on this.
Okay, Squawk 3430.
000.
3430.
The Delta Oscar Golf 769.
Okay. Sorted, I think. Interesting start. Right, let's go through our start checklist.
Engine start checklist. Doors.
Closed.
Closed. Parking brake and pressure. Checked and set.
It's
Fuel
set.
quantity and balance.
1610, 1660, 3270.
Checked. Beacon.
It's coming on.
On. Fuel boost pumps.
Coming on.
On. Ignition.
A
Armed. Engine 2 start.
start switch. Lit. Looking for N2. Above 20%. Add fuel. Fuel coming in. M1 rotate, ITT rising.
Engine 1 start.
Same thing. Engine 1 start. %, N2. Fuel coming in. Oh. There she goes. N1 rises, ITT rises. Good
Engine
that we are
start
able
checklist complete.
to get that
After
text
start
there.
checklist, next.
I've got these things on a button of various buttons on the joystick, and it's just remembering which ones are assigned to what. That one was the V-Pilot client text box, which is not one I use often, so fortunately remembered where it was.
After start checklist.
Okay.
Generator 1 and 2. On, checked AC and DC. Ignition.
Off.
Disarmed. Packs.
Are on.
14th stage.
Open.
Flight controls.
Elevators. Ailerons. Rudder. Checked.
Checked. Ground spoilers.
Disarm. Arm. And auto.
Checked, stowed, auto. Flight spoilers.
Moving in the correct way and stowed.
Checked. Stowed. Fuel balance.
Fuel balance, we've got 1600, 1650.
Checked. Trims.
5, neutral, neutral.
3 set for takeoff. No steer.
Armed.
14 stage isolation valve.
Check.
ATS.
We have steering in op, we'll deal with that in a moment. ATS.
N1 TO. ATC TCAS. TARA. After start checklist complete. Taxi checklist next.
I'm guessing our steering is in op because the nose wheel is skewed. That's something I've seen before. It is indeed skewed. Look at that. Skewed 90 degrees in fact. Okay, we can fix that. Taxi checklist. So we're going to 05. This is a relatively easy taxi then. It's looking like Golf to Golf 1.
Delta Oscar Golf 769 ready for taxi. Delta Oscar Golf 769 taxi holding point Golf 1 runway 05 via November and Golf. Taxi holding point Golf 1.
He must be in here somewhere.
05 via November and Golf. The Delta Oscar Golf 769.
Don't see him. Where is he? November 84 Victor is ready for taxi.
November 5084 Victor, taxi out point Golf 1, runway 05, via November and Golf.
Golf 1 to the hold 05 by November and Golf 84 Victor. Okay, taxi checklist.
Taxi checklist. Taxi lights. On. Wing and cowl anti-ice.
Temperature outside is not up yet, so we had 8, didn't we? Plus 8. So we maybe need that.
On or off. Brakes and steering.
Okay, we'll get moving and check that. Steering we know is in op at the moment. So let's just try and move forward a tad and then recycle the nose wheel steering. Hopefully that will fix it. There we go. Job done.
Checked. Flaps 20. Altimeters. Set and cross-checked. Radar weather. On. Reviewed. Taxi checklist complete. Before takeoff checklist next.
November and Golf. So this is November here. November 84 Victor, would you like us to hold in our current position?
November 84 Victor, affirm after the Diamond DA40 passage from right to left on November, continue taxi Golf 1 via November and Golf.
Wilco 84 Victor. That's why I couldn't see you, it's a very small plane. We'll do our before takeoff checklists, I think then.
Before takeoff checklist. Passenger signs.
Ah, there she
Advise
is.
On. Anti-collision light. On. Probes. On. Windshield heat. On. Wing and cowl anti-ice.
I think we're going to take it, you know.
Norm on or off. Continuous ignition. On. ATC TCAS. TARA. CAS. Takeoff config OK.
A-firm.
Checked. Landing, pulse, recog lights. On. Before takeoff checklist complete. After takeoff checklist next.
Roger, Dodger.
Oscar, Golf 769, Monty Unicom, 122 decimal 8, secure flight, bye-bye. Monty Unicom now, 123.
Okay, let's just make some checks here. FMS1 is set as the nav source. Got V rotate of 121, 200 knots initially. Takeoff, LNAV 1, Alt S, 6000, 6000, N1TO, TO.
November 8 for Golf, correction, November 8 for Victor, Monty Unicom, 122 decimal 8, apologies.
122 decimal 8, not a problem, thanks for the service. Do you have any idea what the single engine diameters and tensions are in front of us?
November 8 for Victor, I believe they'll just be leaving the Glasgow control zone and then be heading over to Edinburgh, I believe. If I'm not able to get them a clearance due to nobody above me, I don't have permission to do that.
Not a problem, understood. We'll give him a good time before we depart. 84 Victor, thank you, good night.
Good night, bye. Glasgow traffic, this is Delta Oscar Golf.
And that was all she wrote when he's rolling. Glasgow traffic, November 8 for Victor, lining up behind the Diamond Star on the roll.
Approaching 05.
It's clear from the left.
On runway 05.
Time is 01. Okay, so we're ready to go. We're making a left turn out. Get rid of these superfluous charts now. Left turn out, climbing to 5,000. Correction, 6,000.
On runway 05. On runway 05.
It's 1 minute 30. He's turning to the right. Two-minute separation, he's turning to the right. November 84 Victor, Glasgow traffic, rolling runway 05. Okay. Lights are on, camera, transponder and action. ATS, auto throttle is engaged. Slight forward pressure. Hold the sensor line. "80 knots coming up."
80 knots.
Release the pressure.
V1. Rotate.
Gear up.
Positive rate. Gear up.
Follow the flight director. Flaps up. 500 feet. Engage the autopilot. And we can do the after takeoff checklist.
After takeoff checklist. Landing gear. Up. Flaps. 0. Thrust reversers. Off. Ignition. Off. Pressurization. Checked. PAX transition. Completed.
Star Wars.
Climb set. APU generator. Off. APU. Shut down. Passenger signs. On, off, or auto. CAS.
Clear.
Clear. After takeoff checklist complete.
Okay. I think we can probably remove that restriction now quite safely. And flight level 250. Flight level change. Aircraft commencing the climb. VNAV. Perf. Perf. Resume 250 knots. Wow. It's certainly raining. And round she goes. Very good. They really need to sort that Star Wars rain out. Quite mesmerising, but not ideal.
Altimeter setting.
It's set. It's set. Ah. Contact me on 134775. Very good. They've only just come online then. Scottish Shallow, November 5084 Victor, passing flight level 1204250.
November 5084 Victor, Scottish Control, good evening, roger. Scottish broadsword 22, is there any chance we could try flight level 370 just see if we get a better tailwind? Broadsword 22, roger, turn left 10 degrees, turn left 10 degrees, and what are you heading? Left 10 degrees and the heading will be 050, broadsword 22. Roger, stand by for climb. Sir, if it's too much trouble, it's no worries. No, it's no trouble at all. There's just one to east on here that's not talking to me at the moment, but I'll get you through it, no problem. Sounds good, 22, cheers. Scottish Control, good afternoon, check 481, take Golf 1 for 0. 481 Skies Control, good afternoon, runway 05, surface wind 07038 knots.
We'll be landing at the Manchester and the business aviation apron here, so that's quite a good place to go, nice and easy. Above the clouds we go. I'm guessing I really specifically ought to have put that airway in between Norbo and Dean's Cross. So we'll go T256. That's it. Now that's perfect. Lovely. So hopefully everything's working in the stream. Obviously I can't see everything that's going on, but I was doing a lot of fiddling around today with audio and various bits and bobs. Quite complex setup for this VR. I don't really think that's any different from what we filed. Interesting. T256, that's exactly what we filed. Very odd. Let's put the headphones on, turn down the aircraft noise a bit. There we go. Right, I think we can start getting some Manchester information up. So, index, data link, ATIS, request, EGCC, and that's going to be arrival ATIS with auto updates. There it is, information Charlie. Start making some notes on that. Arrival runway 23 right. QNH is 1000. We can start plugging that into our perf numbers now. So perf menu, approach, So wind variable at 4 knots. Outside air temperature 8 and QNH 1000. QNH 1000. Next, send the V speeds. It's done. Yep, it's all good. So I can lose that now. Right, all done. This, interestingly, the X-Pilot client appears to be staying there, which it usually doesn't do. That's a bit of a bonus. It usually disappears and then comes back at the most inopportune moment straight in front of you when somebody sends a text message. I'm wondering if it's because they sent me a message that sticks it somehow. Interesting. We're at 250, 320 knots, looking good. MFD data, display menu, progress, top of descent 63 miles away. So our first point of descent will be flight level 200 at Lakey, 70 at Rosen. That's the Lakey one mic. Into 23 right. And there it is. 200 by Lakey, 70 by Rosen. 56 miles to go to top of descent. That's good. We're all beated up here for those who are interested. This is the latest X-Plane 1208 beta, the first beta. And it's a brand new Challenger beta as well. Toto's been busy with the betas in the last week or so. All seem to be performing well though. Fingers crossed. Nice above the clouds. That's a new Manchester information. Variable at 4 knots, rain scattered 800, scattered at 1400, broken at 25. QNH is 1000, which we can pre-select. There, QNH 1000, and that's ready to be put in place when we descend. VREF 125 today.
431 Juliet, expect vectors for an altimeter approach runway 05, it's information Bravo, flight
Glasgow Towers just in the way.
All looking good. I'm using auto ortho, by the way, not that you can see it today. As mentioned in the last stream, I just didn't get on with ortho for XP in the latest XP12. For some reason, when crossing certain boundaries of the ortho tiles, the frames per second shot alarmingly down, and sometimes got me kicked off VATSIM. And they're not exactly high now, to be fair, but we're praying that X-Plane will improve in terms of the VR performance. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not great. This is a powerful beast of a machine as well. So it's driving a Vario Aero VR headset, and it's a Intel 13900K processor with a 4090 video card. So it should be great. As an example, Flight Sim 2020, no issues at all, crystal clear, and about 60 frames a second. So it's something in X-Plane that's not quite working great in VR at the moment, but hopefully they've promised they will get to looking at it, which would be awesome. This is good enough though, in terms of frames per second. As long as it keeps above 25 or so, we're fine. So we can put our minimums in 449. Refs, Barrow, 449, so 450. That's done. When ready, descend for level 200 to be level Lakey 84 Victor. 8 miles. So that's 200. We are in VNAV. There's the path. We'll get a little beep. There we are, as if on cue. And we'll start down shortly. So the Lake District, hence I guess Lakey being the name of the points. And there's our descent. Descending on the path now. And we'll take our descent checklist.
Descent checklist. Shoulder harness. Secure. Passenger signs. On or auto. Pressurization. Set. Fuel quantity and balance.
1260, 1340.
Checked. FMS, landing data, charts.
Well, got
Program
those.
set. Approach briefing.
We've done that.
Reviewed. VNAV transition flight level.
5,000.
Set. Descent checklist complete. In range checklist next.
1228, thanks for your service, 84 Victor. So we'll carry on then down to 70 at Rosen. So 70 by Rosen. Nobody online. I think there's a... What do we have? We have a ground, but no tower at Manchester. So it's going to be a self-vectoring approach. So Rosen. There we go. Automatically put the 7 restriction in for us. There it is there in magenta, and it's continuing to remain on the path, which is beautiful. So Rosen is up there. 05 at Manchester. Correction, 23. 05 at Glasgow. 23. Right, so Rosen, pretty good place to sell position for 23 right. In the Clag we go. Freezing. Ice. Anti-ice is still on. Wing and cowl. I tried a little mod today for the rain. It doesn't get rid of the Star Wars rain that you're seeing now, but it does put smaller droplets onto the windshield, which can sometimes be a pain in X-Plane when you're actually doing the takeoff or the landing roll and it's raining, as it will be today. So let's see if that works any better. It's just a Fly with Lure script for those that are familiar with Fly with Lure. Passing Morecambe Bay, nice part of the world. Wow, George Lucas would be proud. Bit turbulent, crikey. Whoa. That's another update. Must be coming from ground. That's information Bravo. We've got 2-3 right in use. That's still okay. Oh yeah, getting turbulent now. Look at that. Whoa. Going to do our in-range checklist now,
in-range
early.
Checklist. APU. Started. Altimeters.
We're ready, 1000.
3 set, cross-checked.
We'll be in a
avionics.
moment. Our set.
Set. External lights. On. N1 target.
Okay, we're going to set that now. Perf. Target 91. There, and activate.
Set. APU PAX transition.
He'll do that for us. There they go.
Avail completed. APU generator. On. CAS.
It's clear, except we have ice, but that's good. We've got the anti-ice on. Do actually have some ice.
In range checklist complete.
And there's the ground.
Checklist next.
Okay. Nobody on at Manchester. We can look on VATSIM. Yeah, so look here, not VATSIM, what's it called? VAT glasses. No, there's nobody there. A lot of airplanes though, but no controllers. Unfortunate. Crikey, there are a lot of airplanes. It could be entertaining. $3,500 at or above, so I think we can come all the way down. Change the pressure setting to 1000 and we'll come all the way down to 3.5. Some people are very quiet. Here's Rosen.
Charles 6029 on final approach, runway 23 right into Manchester.
.109.5 is tuned. Speed's coming back nicely. Okay, I think we go on a heading here. Leaving Rosen, heading 120. Okay, it's looking good. 125 landing. There's our ghost localizer. .230. I'm going to slow to 200 knots here. Who knows what traffic we're going to encounter. We can take the first stage of flat 20.
Charles 6029 vacating runway 23 right. I'll pay for the repairs on the runway.
Very funny. Manchester ground we did have, didn't we? 121855. Intercept altitude should be 3.5k. That's fine. We're
Just Mission X107 holding Juliet 1 to right waiting for the riding traffic.
Manchester traffic, I've got 3.5 miles to.
And we'll wait here.
After that, thanks.
No problem.
Did someone just crash or something? What was that about?
There's somebody descending below us, coming from the other side. At 180 knots. Same altitude.
$2,500. $2,500.
232 inbound is set.
Manchester traffic, November 5 Alpha Mike, study Slabfish on the outlets, runway 23 right, about 11 miles.
Manchester traffic, November 84 Victor is about to establish 23 right at 16 miles.
Pete, speed up.
Manchester traffic, Sean X107 on runway 23 right.
Manchester traffic, 85 miles per way clear.
Establishing. Localizer's capture now, there it goes. There we go, localizer 1. Can now arm the approach. That looks good.
Easy 6482, you on?
Traffic, Sean X107 taking off runway 23 right to Pole Hill 5 remain approach.
Okay. We'll go 160 knots to remain clear. So we'll be vacating, hopefully there, Bravo Delta with any luck. Missed approach. 3,500 straight ahead.
Mike's on a 4 mile final runway 23 right. Visual with 1 ahead.
November 84 Victor, 10 miles, 23 right. Okay, gear can come down. And flaps 30. Nothing out the window. Landing checklist, please.
Before landing checklist. Landing gear lever. Down indicating. No steer. Arm centered clear. Anti-skid. Armed tested. Passenger signs. On. Wing cowl anti-ice. On or off. Continuous ignition. On. Thrust reversers. Armed. Spoilers. Stowed auto. Flaps. Set. CAS.
2,500.
CAS is clear.
Checked. Before landing checklist complete. After landing checklist next.
One, 2, 5.
Climbing through 5,000 flat level 370 Moscow.
Wow, horrible weather. We'll bring it back now to 125. Wind's coming from the left, 11 knots. Okay, landing gears down, landing lights are on, 3 greens, flaps are set. We're on the glide, we're on the localizer. I think that guy went around, didn't he, in front? November 84 Victor, 4 miles for 23 right to land.
This is traffic XP12 lining up on the runway 23 left.
So the raindrops do actually look a bit better.
Mike clear runway 23 right.
They do look smaller, actually. That seems to have worked. Horrible weather.
1,000.
Looking good.
Approaching. 2, 3, right.
She's not wrong. November 84 Victor, 1 mile, 23 right.
500. Approaching minimums.
Aircraft departing 23 right, that was a late roll.
Minimums. $100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Down. Manual braking. That guy actually said lining up 2-3 left.
November 5 Alpha Mike closing down, thank you.
Hi.
Ground hello, November 8-4 Victor just vacated 2-3 right at Bravo Delta for taxi to the business aviation apron, very short taxi.
November 5084 Victor, ground roger, taxi Alpha to business, bye bye.
Alpha to business, thank you, an easy one. Cheers, bye bye.
Just the ground, good evening, KLM 25 Bravo, you stand 43 with
After landing checklist. Landing pulse recog lights. Off. Anti-collision lights. Off. Continuous ignition. Off. Windshield heat. Off. Probes.
You can certainly get home quickly here if you're in a business jet in
Off.
Manchester.
Wing anti-ice.
This is the taxi.
Off. Cow anti-ice. On or off. Spoilers. Stowed. Flaps. 0. ATC TCAS. Alt on. Radar mode. Standby. After landing checklist complete. Engine shutdown checklist next.
So this is the business aviation parking at Manchester. Not a lot of room, it has to be said. They're going to have to push us out of here. Our very rich passengers can now get off the aircraft. Okay, parking brake is set. Check.
Engine shutdown checklist. Taxi lights. Off.
Off.
Parking brake. Set.
Set.
Reverse thrust. Stowed. Generators 1 and 2.
Oh, correction.
Off. Engine 2 shut down. Fuel boost pumps.
Coming off.
Off. Fuel system. Check. Engine 1 shut down. Check ITT below 350 degrees Celsius.
It is.
Anti-ice. Off. 14th stage. Off. Beacon. Off. No steer. Off. ATC TCAS. Standby 0. Parking brake if chalked. Off. Passenger signs. off. Cabin differential 0 psi. Engine shutdown checklist complete.
And there we have it.
Checklist next.
Welcome to Manchester. Hope you enjoyed that. Hope it all came through nicely in the end. We'll be doing another one of these soon. I may even shock the world and do one in FS 2020 at some point. But thank you for your company today. Hope you enjoyed it. Any questions, stick them in YouTube. It's mirrored on the YouTube channel as well as Twitch. So thank you, and have a very pleasant end.